To call the atmosphere here charged would be doing it a disservice. It is positively electric in this place as we get you set for postseason baseball on the show. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Washington Nationals. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you give the edge to right now. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2019 Washington Nationals.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And here's Clint Hurdle's starting lineup for the Pirates in this one. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
You know, I'm looking for a big performance out of that guy in that sixth spot. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. He knows how to stay within himself and come through in the clutch.
Steven Strasburg will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, he went deep into his last start, threw into the 8th inning, but didn't get a decision. We'll look to do much of the same here in this one.
And with that, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, when you're talking about guys at the hot corner, the best in the league, we're looking at one of them right here. Gold Glove Award winner last year.
Champ Briggs will stand in now, and you'd have to say he was one of the real bright spots in the division series.
And here in October, this is when you want your guys to really find their stride. And you're right, Matty, he was outstanding in getting them into this LCS.
In there at the knees, strike one. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against the lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Pimentel on the move, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And he is in there.
Batting fourth,
Andrew Lambo steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. The runners are at first and third, one away. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You can bet now that in the postseason, on the road, in Game 1 here, they'd like nothing better than to get on the board first. Just kind of let these guys know that they mean business. And they've got an early opportunity to do just that.
Strasburg comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Yeah, and that's a big second out right there. And that's going to keep that runner anchored over to third base. So they may wind up not getting that first run across.
So runners at the corners with 2 gone. And stepping in is the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Batting sixth, the catcher.
So it's first and second with 2 men gone, and that'll bring in the right-handed hitting catcher, Nick Hundley. 2 down, runners at first and second. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ballgame. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second, and a relay to the plate. And he will beat the throw to McCann, safe at home plate.
Well, they're definitely getting a jump on things to start this one. This will go for a double, and that makes it 3-0 already. And even though there's still plenty of baseball to be played, they've got themselves a pretty good cushion, and they're...
Stepping in, Champ Briggs, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. High in the air into shallow left center. Hart is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Pirates strand a couple, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Champ Briggs will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And now time is called for and granted by home plate umpire Clyde Washington. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, this curveball right here has got a lot of snap to it. You can see pretty clearly he's finishing off his pitches much better than earlier in the ballgame and getting much better results as well.
At the plate, Champ Briggs. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. That evens it up 1-1. High and deep to right. Harper looks up. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer so far in the series, and the Pirates move in front now 4-1.
And this is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Champ Briggs will stand in to try it again, already with one home run of the ball game, and on cue, here it was back in the 7th inning, a solo shot that provided quite a spark for these guys. First pitch of the at-bat. In there, strike one.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Here's the 0-1. A little bouncer. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Eighth inning. 4-1 is our score. Shot fouled over towards the coaching box. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw on to first is in time, and that snuffs out the Bucco rally as the inning is over. So the error winds up not costing him as they leave the bases loaded. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Pittsburgh leads this one 4-1. Ryan Zimmerman is into the box now. He hit one over the wall back in the 5th. Set. Here's the 0-1. Line drive to left. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
And the funny thing about this at-bat, he does everything wrong on this swing. I mean, first off, this pitch is out of the strike zone, and secondly, he tries to pull it instead of taking it the other way. Anyhow, pays off for him.
Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 4-2. Good night from DC.
Tonight for the victorious Pirates.